Hey guys! So I really miss being able to talk to you guys in class about the chapters that we've read to try to check for understanding. So in order to try to fill in for that, I have decided to make some videos of me talking about each chapter that you guys have read this past week. So that's going to be chapters 4 through 6. So I'm going to start today with chapter 4. And just try to talk to you guys not only to summarize, but also to try to talk about some of the underlying aspects of the text that's happening. And this might be a little bit awkward, but we're gonna do the best we can. So this is chapter 4. So in chapter 4, we see, and I just want to let you guys know, to do this talk, not only am I using my book, but I also have Spark Notes up. I suggest looking at Spark Notes after you've read a text. The analysis part is very helpful, not only to review, but just to make sure that we are getting a full understanding of what's going on. So basically, in the beginning of chapter 4, we see the boys are in like a rhythm on this island. They've been there for a while. We now have a definite division between the Litlans and the Biggins. And the Litlans are just kind of like this little tribe of boys that seem to be living consistently in fear, panic. The text even says that they have consistent like stomach aches because of the food that they're having to eat. They build sandcastles and they just kind of like play all day and have nightmares all night. But basically, a lot of chapter 4 plays, we see the boys playing with like, what if there are no rules? And what's going to happen to me if I do something wrong or bad when there are no rules? And so this is kind of an allegory for a political society. So the faceless and frightened littlands resemble the common people, and the older boys fill positions of power or importance. And so with that, we have Ralph and Simon, who are very kind to the little boys, the Litlans. And then we have boys like Jack and Roger, who are not very kind. In fact, in the beginning of chapter 4, we see Maurice and Roger, and they're smashing the little boys' sandcastles. And we have Percival, poor little Percival. If you do not have a note that Percival is the crier, Percival is the crier. Every time we see Percival, he's going to be crying. And he basically they smash Percival's sandcastle. And then also we see Roger playing with the idea of throwing rocks at little boys. What happens if I throw a rock at a little boy and there's no rules that tell me I can't? But we also see that Roger will not actually hit them. He throws in the area around the little boys, but still pushing against that idea of there not being any rules. One of the largest things that happens in chapter 4 is that, there's two things. There's Jack, and Jack gets a pig. He kills a pig, and to be able to do that, he paints his face. And Jack painting his face is one of the bigger outstanding things in this chapter. And so basically, Jack says, I think the pigs are not smelling me. I think they're seeing me. So he chooses to paint his face. And that face paint is a lot more symbolic than just Jack painting his face to go hunting or to go for camouflage. Basically, Jack takes on an entire new person when he paints his face. Jack's face paint takes away all of his insecurities and masks them. And so basically, Jack is able to act like this barbaric, uncivilized leader with the face paint. The face paint allows him to do that. And I think we're going to try to do a project with the face paint as well that I'm kind of excited about. Another big important thing that's happening in this chapter is that there's a ship. For the first time that the boys have been on the island, we see a ship, a chance for rescue. And it's the hunter's job not only to hunt, but also to keep the fire on top of the island going. And they did not do that during their hunt when they got the pig. They let the fire go out. The ship goes by. Ralph sees the ship going by. He sees the fire not lit. And obviously he's very upset about this. So Jack and the hunters come back. They're all, we brought you meat. Ralph is very upset. And he expresses that. And we also see our first physical altercation. Jack openly strikes Piggy. He hits Piggy and breaks part of Piggy's glasses. And we know that Piggy's glasses are very symbolic for Piggy's intelligence, and also they represent fire to these boys. The big glasses are the only way the boys are making fire. And so Jack hits Piggy and breaks part of the glasses. Jack refuses to give Piggy meat, but allows Ralph and Simon to eat meat. And then the chapter closes with the boys, the hunters, are doing like a chant and a dance after killing the pig, because they were so excited that they killed the pig, and they're chanting, "Kill the pig, cut her throat, bash her in." And this results with Ralph saying, "I'm calling an assembly," and he blows the conch. And so that's chapter 4. And the next video I post will hopefully be chapter 5. And we will continue to do this and see how this goes. If you need to watch this video and let it help you with some of your notes, that is perfectly fine. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you're having a great day. Bye.